You say hello at least? What doctor? And we're live, yes! We are live. We are live here at LASC where dreams come true. How do I know? Because most of the time my husband's sleeping. And in the words of Alan Stevens, he said on stage once, right now, Mark is home in a room sitting alone, enjoying the silence. I don't know how I feel about that. Give a round of applause to our comedy concierge, the one and only Samantha Lindemann. Did I say Samantha? Did I say Samantha? And of course, your social media specialist, the one and only Cece Teza. Cece's got it going on. And so if this is your first time here, just know that you get a card. If you don't get a card, we're going to remember. And you'll get a free one after 5 times. Right? That's how it goes. Thank you, Anya, because it's getting tough. It's getting kind of hectic. I had to take a test today, and I was in an accident. Not that you care, but I'm telling you anyway. And they gave me a memory test, and I got to tell you something. I said to this guy, forget about it, because all I can do is like make a song out of it so I can remember. And it was so stupid. It was apple, horse, carpet, and then this is really racist to me because I was like, carpet, he's Persian, carpet. So I kept that one in my head. I know. And the last word was bubble. Isn't that terrible? That's what I do. That's how I memorized my late names of the week in Spanish. I made a song. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. All right. Not that you guys are. What does that say? I like that. Filmette? I got it at Goodwill. I don't know. The Wilmette Theater. Established when? 1903. I was a baby. Or 1913. I was a teenager. I'm so kidding. I will tell you that when someone comes up to you and says, oh my God, you went to Patterson Catholic. What year did you graduate? I graduated in 2010. I was like, I graduated in 1910. But there's no nuns there. This is a happy place. This is a place where it's a safe space. It's a space where you can do what you want to do. We have showcases. We do podcasting here. We have a wonderful, eclectic mix of people. And I'm going to bring up someone who just reminds me how I should have paid attention in history class. Let's give it up for the one and only America's sweetheart, Mark Zaffron, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Hold the applause. Now you're going to like what I said.
Oh, boy.
Simple as that. So as I was watching the police take down all these encampments, I heard one word. Kept hearing it over and over and over again. I'm thinking to myself, wow, they use that word a lot. Fascism. Everybody was a fascist. So, it reminded me of a book I read a year ago called Liberal Fascism. So it was about the roots of fascism. Word was invented by Mussolini. It was not invented by progressives. It certainly wasn't invented by Cori Bush. I doubt she can read. But Mussolini used the word, and you'll excuse me if I read, to describe a society where everybody belonged. Sound familiar? Everyone was taken care of. Everything was inside the state, and nothing was outside, and truly, no child was left behind. Now, who thought that Mrs. Reagan was a fascist? No child left behind? We're all too young for that. You were the children that were left behind. All right?
Oh, my God.
So, you think about this, and I'm watching all this tumult. I've seen it before. It'll happen again. It's like Battlestar Galactica. We've seen this all before. It'll happen again. No science fiction fans here? That's a shame. Okay? So, this man who wrote the book had very good thoughts. Remember, who the biggest fascists were in American history? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Wilson, all right? And, of course, anybody that worked for them in the New Deal and in World War I, people admired Woodrow Wilson, who, by the way, was a stone-cold racist. People admired Woodrow Wilson because he invented fascism. He turned America in World War I into a state where they did the damnedest things. They had people fighting against misinformation. They had legions of people going around bullying people to do things like save tires or put stuff in the scrap heap. They had whole propaganda departments to tell us how wonderful it was for us to fight the Germans. And in those days, the Germans weren't killing Jews; they were just killing, Frenchmen. Think it through, all right? And Russians, not that bad. Nothing's changed. So at the end of the day, today. And I'm thinking, reading this man's book, what is it that they want us to have? What is the vision that these people have for America? And what I'm afraid of is that they want a totalitarian political regime where everything is political. No realm of human life isn't political. Food is political. What you eat, what you smoke, what you say. You can't use the right or wrong pronoun. Just call everybody they. Makes it easier. Sex is political. Food is political. Names of football teams is political. Everybody's a decolonizer. Everything's wrong. But who do they put their faith in? They put their faith in scientists. They say, listen to or experts. They want a world in which experts tell us what to do. The last time an expert told America what to do, we all ran around wearing masks, and you kids didn't go to school. All right? And everybody was given a very hyped up form of an allergy medicine and told it was a COVID vaccine. There's no way that they came up with a vaccine that quick. This just doesn't happen that way. He was too lucky. You know how long it took Salk to invent the polio vaccine? Or how long it took them to discover penicillin? But lo and behold, COVID was cured, all right, in 6 months. It took, I got it. It took God 7 days to create the earth, but that was God. That wasn't Anthony Fauci. Don't tell him that, So I really, and the other thing is this whole thing about destroying whiteness. Okay, destroying whiteness. It sounds a lot like de-Judaicizing society, which was the goal of the Nazis. And the man who invented that was a philosopher by the name of Carl Schmitt. Carl Schmitt is very popular today on college campuses. Most of the professors that are teaching these things are very big followers of Carl Schmitt's writings. He was a very prolific writer. Anytime you have a prolific, political, philosophical writer, he's writing bullshit. George Orwell didn't write that many books. And his books are classic. 1984. What's the one about the pigs? Animal Farm. He didn't, there you go. Classical education. It shows. It does. It shows. So I'm watching television and I see somebody with a garbage can in Portland charging out against this policeman wearing body armor and a helmet with a big stick and tear gas. I'm thinking to myself, you're stupid. You are one dumb fuck. And it's just that I don't know what to say about it, I don't want to get involved in people's beliefs and what they think they're fighting for and what they think they're not fighting for. They showed, most of the kids showed their true colors. After a while, the demands became, we hate Jews, we hate Israel, we support Gaza. And the next thing it was is, oh, and by the way, we want you to deliver vegan food, all right? We want you to deliver skin cream, no sunblock. And it's like, okay. And then there was the 33-year-old whining, we're in there protesting. Why didn't anybody send in food and water? Why aren't they taking care of our basic needs? I'm thinking to myself, you need a vacation in Gaza. You need to be in a war zone. We have a lot of people in this country who fled to this country from war zones. Not Ilhan Omar. Don't let her fool you. Her grandfather was a fascist, and he worked for the government. And she lived in a nice little mansion in Somalia, and she's a crook here. So don't believe her. But a lot of people came here fleeing, war. Paddy's a refugee from war. He came here fleeing the smell of gunpowder in Belfast.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. It's different. You know, when you can't walk out your door not knowing whether or not somebody's going to be having some friggin' car bomb filled with nails to kill the Protestants, whether somebody has a machine gun out a window to kill the Catholics, or whether you're in Syria and your own president is bombing you with poison gas. By the way, 600,000 people were slaughtered, fellow Muslims, in the Syrian civil war. Let's just go through the numbers. And we don't want to travel over to Africa, because we can start talking about hundreds of thousands of people. And don't get me started on the Tutus versus the Hutsis, all right? And don't get me started on the Congo. Don't get me started on what happened during the Nigerian Civil War, which nobody remembers. When they went in, they slaughtered most of the Igbos. They don't care. Nobody remembers those things. That's genocide. In the name of what? It was for some, let's see, Idi Amin, some fat fuck. You know, I once watched him come down a private plane. I've never seen a human being tip a private plane by his own weight as he was coming down the gangway. It was fascinating to watch this man. And why did I say, how did I see Idi Amin? I was coming from Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and Abba Eban, the former foreign minister, was on the plane. Plane had to stop so he can go and shake this man's hand. You know, that was a big hand, by the way. You know, he reminded me of my brother-in-law. And at the end of the day, I'm rambling, but there's a point to my rambling, believe it or not. It's to point out the fact that it's not a nice world. People are monsters, and they do terrible things to each other. But that doesn't mean that everybody's always right. And the people who scare me the most are the ones who can't answer questions. So when somebody went over to all these protesters and asked them why they're doing it, they refused to answer the question. And I realized why. They didn't have their Cliff Notes. This is a whole generation that got through Ivy League school on Cliff Notes. And I just have, really, they all cheat. You go to Columbia in the old days, you could have a civil, good conversation. Now you can hardly read or write. And I have to end this on one thing which proves the stupidity. Well, I still have some time. They found the skull of a Neanderthal woman. It took them months and months and months of recreating it. And then they did that magic thing they do with the clay, and they recreated her face. And you don't want to know what? Now, we're talking about a completely different race of humans. Neanderthals are not Homo sapiens. They're Neanderthals. They're a different portion, part of the human race. I'm not so sure of the nomenclature. And when this woman's face came out, you know what the damnedest thing was? She looked just like us. She was a Neanderthal. She wasn't human. She wasn't a Homo sapien, but she looked just like us. And you want to know the other part about it? Every last one of you has Neanderthal DNA in you. It is Neanderthal, right? Not Neanderthal, Neanderthal. So what happened is they were so close cousins to us, we interbred with them. So everybody carries Neanderthal DNA, which proves another point, all right? The only man that was ever always right about everything he said was Martin Luther King. And I have to leave you all with why I'm very upset about what's going on in this world, that everybody has equivalencies and everything else. We can't judge people by whether they're Jewish or black or Christian or they have faith. It's all the same. We judge them by the strength of their character. And that is something that we're moving away from. And that's what bothers me. I never thought I'd see a world in which Martin Luther King was not a hero. And these people don't have Martin Luther King as their hero. Thank you all.
Thank you. Where do we find you?
On Neanderthal.com.
Neanderthal. Wow. Where are you going? You're up. That's okay.
What did I educate them?
I think they're grinder third is right.
Is that what it is?
No, earlier when I said, are you from Wilmette? And he said, no, I bought this t-shirt at a thrift shop.
That's what I said.
Oh, he goes, and I checked out the theater, because it's called the Wilmette Theater, to see if there were any conflicts, and there wasn't anything so bad, so I bought it. I'm like,
Okay. Well, we
this guy's
just
gonna get pissed off about something.
listen.
What conflicts?
We just avoided a bullet.
What was that?
We just dodged a bullet.
I think anybody to the right of Che Guevara would have pissed him off.
I wouldn't even be right wing.
What's that?
This is so funny.
Being right wing, I keep it nice and neutral these days.
I could tell. Well, you know something? We're gonna just liven this place up. It's Funky Friday. It's Fragile Fridays. Yeah.
We had Fragile Friday on Funky Friday. What's up? What's up with the fragileness?
What's up with the fragility? Oh my God, these kids.
Now he's protesting. He's up.
And it's some kid outside with a sign. They can't protest. They always they have to get printed signs.
Wait a minute.
They don't know what Mexico
They're not protesting outside the LA School of Comedy.
protesting outside the other school. They're claiming it's not a safe space for them.
I think so. We're good, you guys.
I think that was just
You know what, you guys? The streets we're live. We're here.
We're live. We're here. And I have to tell you, it only can happen here, by the way. The other week, a guy that always talks about his personal agenda down there was walking out because somebody was talking about Jesus, but they didn't talk about his personal agenda. And I don't know. I don't want to hear personal agenda anymore. I have to tell you, I did a show, and a woman comes up to me and goes, "Can I talk to you for a minute? Because I did not like your jokes about the Jehovah's Witnesses." So I'm like, okay, because my mother's I said, I don't care if she's a Jehovah's Witness, she says. You can't just make jokes about that. And I go and I put my mother on the phone. This is at Stand Up New York. I can't make it up. My mother said, "You have no business being around alcohol, much less talking to my child that way." Oh! Same night, woman comes up to me and says to me, "I came all the way from Chicago to meet you." And I said, "Really? What's your name?" She said, "My name is Sunda." And I go, "Sunda? How do you spell it?" She goes, "Sunda." I go, "What's your last name?" And she said, "Brown." And then I was confused because that's my mother's maiden name. And I'm like, is there another one of me out there? Can you imagine? Well, you know, comedy always comes in threes, okay? And that was 1, 2, 3. That was really funny. So let's give it for CC Trezza. Come on, let's get it. All right, come up, Sammy. Come on, Sam. Come up. You always have something.
me of all people. Huh?
It doesn't have to be new.
Yeah,
You're supposed to do the same thing over and over and over again.
I know. I have
spent
issue with
20
that.
years listening to Tom Treese.
Tracy. Oh. Okay, so me and Sam were talking, and we were talking about icks, right? How you get like icks from people, and we were saying it's really frustrating when the ick isn't like that they're abusive. You know what I mean? Like when it's like better, like when it's better than that, right? Because it's harder to get over a person. When the ick is like that they're like racist or they're abusive, it's like, oh, okay, that's not a good person, right? But then when it's like they wear their pants kind of funny, like that, you know, it's harder to get over them at that point. Yeah, I'm running on like 8 Pop-Tarts, so that's why, if that helps, yeah, give an idea of where my mental state's at, and that's why I look like I do right now. Okay. Yeah, I got a craving for them. So I have ARFID. I don't know if anyone here has it. It's avoidant food restrictive intake disorder. Bro, it's like I can't eat anything. Like, it's so annoying. Oh, my God. Like, I will make a meal, and then I'll look at it, and I'll be disgusted by it. And then I just won't eat. Like, my eating is the making of the meal, especially with eggs. Oh, my God. And so I just don't know what's up with that. So the only thing that I, like, was, like, attracted to in terms of eating was these Pop-Tarts. And so I was like, I haven't bought that in, like, 8 years. So I buy the s'mores and I buy the Oreos, which, by the way, they're better heated up. They're really good, but they're better heated up. And there's like 2 in a pack when you open it. So then you have to eat those 2. And then if you want a third, it's like, well, you're going to have to eat the 4th too. And so it's been 8 in the past 2 days. And that's all that's in my system. So I feel delirious. I feel silly. I was starting to meal prep, right? I tried meal prepping. Again, I am disgusted by the things I meal prep, but I made one thing. I made chia seed pudding. Have any of you guys made that? It was great. So it's chia seeds with milk and cinnamon and honey. Pretty good. I would recommend. But I made it. I shake it up, and I was so proud of myself. I was like, "Wow, you did this." You know what I mean? Like, you had a hard day, but you did this. And I go to put it in the fridge, and it just drops, and it just shatters everywhere, and it's just like wet cement. And I sent a picture to my mom because I was like, "This is what happens when I meal prep," and she's like, "Ew, what is that?" It was so crazy. It was so crazy. I'm just trying to find new food that I like. If anyone has any suggestions, I like Spam though. That is crazy. That is something that you'd be like, oh, Arfid, you don't like things. You're not gonna like Spam. That I'm somehow fine with that one. You know what I mean? Is that like okay for you to have? Does anyone know, or is it not healthy for you? Do you know? I'm
Usually what's left over, Hormel found a way to package it in a rigid.
okay.
Used to be military.
Okay.
After they fed the pigs.
Okay. So not the best, but when you put like a sauce on it, it's really good. When you got like this special cooking wine Marin, you put some soy sauce and sugar, and then you get eel sauce. You put that on the Spam. You put that in the rice, and it's pretty good. All right, yeah, it's Spam with soup. You already know. I like salmon. Apparently, there's some bad stuff with salmon too, though. Okay, that's what makes the RFID even harder. Is that half the foods that we eat have microplastics in them. So, but I feel like Trader Joe's is like a good type of salmon, right, guys? You know the ones that you get, like it has like lemon and butter and sage. It's pretty good. And I take some creamer and I put that in linguine, and then some tomatoes, a little bit of cheese, whatever cheese you have on the hand, and then lemons, and it's a little nice like salmon lemon pasta dish. I don't pay for lemons anymore because my neighbor has a lemon tree, so I pick it off every day. I know, why would I pay 50 cents ever again? They have so many lemons. Thank you for clapping for me for stealing lemons. But I think that'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if they got really annoyed by it. But there is one house, and this isn't the one I steal from, but they have cameras up, and they're like, do not touch our lemons. Like they're like, we will put you on camera. Like we have you on camera taking our lemons. I'm like, that's a lot. Like how many? Probably 4 people live there. How many lemons can a family of 4 eat? I like persimmons. If you guys have had those are good. I can deal with that one. I like making persimmon pie. You put the persimmons in the blender. You put some cinnamon, you put some lemon, you put some honey. Put that in one of those easy make pie things, right? The pies that you know the ones, the Pillsbury ones, and you put that in the oven. That's really good. Yeah, a little bit of flour in it too. Yeah, thank you. You need that for the persimmon pie. Anyone else, like you go to get the like fruits and you take like 5, but you kind of like weigh them as like they're 3 fruits. Don't tell anybody. Or you put like, cause you know how you can like weigh the fruit, so you can like theoretically put like 0.7 of the fruit, like a 1/7 of the fruit on the weighing thing. So it's okay. So now they'd know. If they watch this, they would know. It was once. Okay, guys. I'm a good person. That's $1 billion company, and it was just one avocado. I know they're gonna come in and bust down these doors and take me away from the one avocado. That's crazy. You were talking about 1984. That book's wild. That book is, it's great, but it's crazy. Have you read the book Feed? It's really good. It's like, we had to read a few for class, and so we read 1984. We read Feed, and Feed is about the Neuralink, basically, that Tesla, I think, is creating, and it's just so dystopian and so futuristic because this one girl's like Neuralink doesn't work and it stops from functioning, and it's just so wild because there was like a lot of dystopian stuff showed to like our generation, to Gen Z, and I wonder if maybe that has something to do with everything that's going on. Because like, why was there no utopian stuff? You know what I mean? There's like nothing really happy going on. It was all like death and hunger and sadness, and they're like, oh, why are these people depressed? Yeah, it's super silly. To put it in a really nice way, you know what I mean? All right. That's all I got. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. You can find me Trezza with 4 H's, TREZZAHHHHH on Instagram. Thank you.
You're gonna get that because you're gonna think that I stutter.
Yeah.
See, you had something, Cece. Do you think that little guy's gonna come back with a gun?
No, he's gonna come back with a sign.
Yeah, he'll come back with it. He'll have a list of demands.
But really, what did he do? A lot. I know. Oh, it's right. We're live. So you know what I'm saying is like, I don't know if you guys like read the papers or watch TV, but people are allowed to have an opinion in America. That's all I'm saying. And comedy's coming back. They need it. We need it. People have to laugh. Oh my God. I mean, not like Kamala Harris laughed, because you know the thing about it is I feel for her because I have that. It's a condition. It is terrible, and no, it's terrible. And if you're a comic, Patty, you're one of them church giggles thing. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, that's terrible. Can you imagine her back in the day telling them, "I'm sorry to tell you, but your son Ray Sean was killed in Vietnam." Can you imagine her doing that back in the day? Oh my God, she would be hysterical laughing. That happened to me at a funeral. They couldn't control it. And I had to make believe I was crying, you know, because I was laughing. And I mean, the priest looked at me like, you're laughing. And I was like, oh. And I really wasn't. I was just, All right, I just want to hear what Patty has to say right now, guys. Do you mind? All right. Oh, here comes the testosterone.
It's a long way for me. Yeah. Did you say testosterone? Testosterone? Yeah, man. What's happening? How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Oh, it's exciting. Very exciting to be here today. I had a wild weekend. I went to a 15-year-old's new gender reveal party. 100% true. A new gender reveal. Look, this is 100% true, Mark. My nephew, look, this is hard enough. My niece. It's look, Mark, it's difficult for me. I went to her bris, okay? So I'm a little confused. But at the gathering, there was a support group because, you know, a lot of the parents there have kids that are transitioning. And I was talking to a woman who had a 16-year-old that was transitioning in the other direction and had just started to take testosterone, which actually I was told it helps with the parallel parking. It helps with parallel parking. But in terms of, and I may say this if I may longly and loudly, the sweet musky bouillabaisse that is manhood, that dubious distinction much maligned as of recent, you don't really get that, the real full experience, the man experience, without at least the threat of male pattern baldness and what I like to call the surprise prostate exam. Now, let me clue you as to what a surprise prostate exam. Mark knows. Anya might not know yet. But here's what it is. You'll be, and as women, you'll relate to this. You will relate to this. Here, you will relate to this. The surprise prostate exam is you go to the doctor, but you don't know that day that you're going to get the surprise. It's like, look, we need to do this. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm just going to say this. You guys could probably relate to this. I wish I had a little more time to walk up on that. I wish, Patty wishes I had a little, you know, that's something you want to work your way up to. You know, I feel I was rushed. Can you ladies relate? And here's, I'm just saying, like I wish I could have meditated on it. Is that right? The way to say first, but that's kind of like meditating. All you're doing is putting like a positive narrative on something that really isn't. I could wink at the hangman on the way to the gallows. He's still going to fucking hang me. I could whistle while I'm getting a prostate examination. You know, Dr. Vlad, he's my proctologist, is giving me. I could whistle. But nobody's happy. You know, I'm not fooling anybody. Who's happy? Who's happy with someone else's finger up their ass? Besides those two guys that left earlier, I think they look like that. You know, I could get them some work. I'm twink wrangling for Kevin Spacey again. I could get him on board. You didn't hear I was twink wrangling for Kev? The Kevster? You remember Kevin Spacey? He was he too'd. That's when you're me too'd by a dude. I'm in on his new show on Tubi. It's on Tubi. Yeah, it's Tubi. It's Kevin Spacey. It's called The 6 Degrees of Kevin Spacey. It's a reality show. We lock 6 hot twinks in a house with Kevin Spacey and see whose junkie grabs first. You like it? I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but here's really what I'm trying to get at. if I if I really think about it. It's a charade. You know, like people look at me and they say, "What exactly are you?" And in what way? You know, I'm an evolved heterosexual. I know that no means no. I'm a man married many years. I know even yes means probably fucking not. We know this to be true. But one thing I'm not, and there's a rumor going around, I'm not going to mention any names on ye, but there's a rumor going around that I was a homeless sexual. I'm not a homeless sexual, nor have I ever been a homeless sexual. We all know this. Oh, for those of you that don't know, a homeless sexual is a guy who'll do anything for a place to stay. Okay, but if you'd have read my book, and I wish you would because I need to sell some books. It's been out a while. If you'd have read my book, it's up on Amazon. The Business End of the Glory Hole. It's a young man's guide to travel on a budget by Patrick Lasagna. Patrick Lasagna is both my pen name and my porn name. Both. Some of you know, some of you don't know that I had a brief yet impactful career in the adult film industry in the glory days, back when the 80s met the 90s. I had to work my way up from the bottom as a passive-aggressive power bottom, actually, to be specific. Got in, really made my bones as a stunt cock. A stunt cock, when the normally the regular featured porn actor was unable. Sometimes I would jump in there for the especially dangerous or hairy situations, which there was a lot more hairy situations then. I will tell you that. And my career ended sadly and abruptly because of a reverse cowgirl dismount gone terribly fucking wrong. And advice out there to all you young men out there tearing it up, on making your oats. You know what I mean, baby? Don't let a working stunt woman get on top. Especially one who's a part-time rodeo clown. Because no good will come of it. It was sad. I was on the rise. I was somebody. I'll tell you, some of my credit. I was a specialist. I specialized in underwater sex scenes. Some of my stuff is still up in the aquatic section on Pornhub. Go to the aquatic section. You can see some of my titles. KY, the Wonder Jellyfish. That was me. I played a horny admiral in that, and in its sequel, Fucking Nemo. Yeah, I played a lusty submarine captain in that one. I won Best Underwater Sex Scene at the AVN Sex Awards 1992. And kind of like, I did a film, and I had a film with a very young, bold Peter Dinklage called Little Trouble in Big Vagina. It was a different time. And Pete needed the money back then. You know what I'm saying? I ventured even into the urban market. That Rapper Broke My Crapper by Jizz Khalifa. Jizz was, Jizz? My final role in Guy Know What You Did Last Summer. I play a horny doctor who's beset by a hot mother-daughter team in search of tongue depressors. So there's some stuff you never knew about me, and you probably think less about me. But that's okay. I don't care. I'm happy. Where am I at on time? Because this is fantastic.
2 minutes, 40 seconds.
2 minutes and 40 seconds. I want to say something. I recently referred to myself as a patriot. I'm an immigrant, that's true, but I am a patriot. But when I say it out loud, it just sounds vaguely racist. Does it make sense? It sounds just vaguely racist for some reason. Used to not, but now it's vaguely racist. Like Taco Tuesday. Which, by the way, Mark, my very favorite vaguely racist food event. Fucking love Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday's good. But I'm not going out on a limb here when I say Joe Biden loves that Taco Tuesday. Joe and Jill?
Jill was the one with the taco joke.
That's more than I need to know about Jill's diet. Mark. It's more I need to know. But I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I was told that Mark, as a younger man, had a fetish for women with face tattoos because he liked to think he wasn't the worst thing that was ever going to happen to them. No, I can't do that. That's an all-purpose throw one out there. I don't know what to tell you. Well, this has been pretty magnificent. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I've been. This is supercharged. up here tonight. How you guys doing? You doing okay? Let me see if I wrote anything that's appropriate for this occasion. You know, I've been low energy because I'm kind of, I'm sleepy and anxious all the time. Found the cure. You ready? You want to know the cure? Don't smoke pot every waking hour. Hey, how about this? Don't smoke weed every 27 minutes that you're awake. Anyway, that's how I want to close. I'm Patty, Paddforcomedy. Give it up for Sunda Kronquist and the Los Angeles School of Comedy. Come on, baby. Give it up.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen here and does often.
And does often. I mean, you can't make it up. All right? Well, but we're on the verge. You know why? Because we have your comedy concierge coming to the stage. You know her from Sam and Friends. I know her as Samantha Linderman. Give it up for Samantha.
Thank you so much, Sunda. It's funny because the and friends thing is like a thing that comedians do, but it was like, these are actually my friends. It was my friends, and at one show, it was one Uber driver who I'd never seen perform, and I came back out, and it was like the worst set I've ever seen, and I was like, womp womp. Just because you can drive doesn't mean you can be good at stand-up, and vice versa. We all know that. We all know that to be very, very true. Speaking of Tubi, Roku, these are channels that you guys should probably try to get on. No, I'm kidding. You thought I was in a movie. No. I was just saying stuff. I thought Paula Poundstone called me, and it was my anesthesiologist, and that was quite embarrassing. This is Samantha Linderman. Now, can I help you? Hi, Samantha. This is Dr. Chen. I'm your anesthesiologist. How are you? And I was like, oh. And then he was like, by the way, he was like, do you have any questions? I was like, no. And then he had a question for me, which was really funny. So funny, I forgot to laugh. My mom used to say that all the time. She goes, that's so funny, I forgot to laugh. Hey, that's such a great idea. Don't tell anybody. Keep it on the back burner for later. But he said, by the way, I thought I'd ask, are you on any ADHD medication? And I said, no, should I? And he goes, no, I just had to check for the I'm getting my wisdom teeth out, and that's gonna show. I don't know. There's only 2 of them, but I don't know how much. There's like wisdom in it for sure. They were popping out, so I was like, it's probably time to go to the dentist. I've decided there should be an adjective for what the dentist does. I don't know if it's magic or just the fact that you're laying down, but they can convince me to do anything. Anything. And they break HIPAA like it's like I can't even but it's our business. It's nobody's business. But what you gonna do? And then I talk about them, so it's like what I call justice. Yeah, I'm Sam. I'm from Los Angeles. Anybody else? Something I hate about comedians. No offense to any. Is anybody here? Clap if you're a comedian. Clap if you love comedy. You know what, guys? I have to say one thing. They left. They didn't say anything. We've seen a lot worse than that, and we're moving on it. You know what I mean? Like we're comedy. We're here. I'm sorry. I know. But they didn't say. I mean, it was they exited. You know, we've had crazy exits. I mean, come on. One time I should have told this guy to leave, but I just looked at him like this. And he didn't get the hint. I could have used the microphone, you know. That's crazy. You guys ever have moments in real life where you're like, damn, if only these people knew that I got a microphone about 20 minutes away. I'm always 20 minutes away, probably, from a microphone. I'm a true resident of West Hollywood. You know, I have a pit bull named Rhino, but she's the sweetest, unless you're a man. No, she's gotten so much better, though. But it's so funny to have a dog that has boundaries that you do not have. You know what I mean? Everybody, you know, we have to be like, you have to say hello to her first. Don't make eye contact. Call her by her name. You know, like the way that we respect female dogs we should do to all kinds of bitches. No, I'm kidding. We should do it for everybody. We should do it for everybody. My dog's eating so well. That's great. Me and Sunda went to the grocery store. That was amazing. It was truly transformative. I feel like a new person. Pavilions, I don't know. Like they should sponsor us. How many people do we run into? It doesn't matter. But it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was by me. It was in West Hollywood. Like, what does that mean? I don't know. You guys, we're on the move. We are truly on the move. I grabbed some flowers, broke and put them back. I have this problem. You guys know fight or flight or freeze? Freeze is so awkward. You freeze is awkward when you're standing there like this, you know, with your iPhone back, and you're just standing in the aisle, and it's like, what are you really doing? Honestly, I don't bring a jacket when I go out at night, but if I'm going to Trader Joe's, I'm wearing a jacket. What does that say about me, though? I'm so committed to getting a snack, but shit, I mean, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to freeze, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I always had that dream that, like, a man would come off the street and, like, give me a jacket, you know what I mean? But now it's, like, my biggest fear. For somebody to be like, here, take my jacket, and be like, get away from me! Get away from me! What's in there? You smell. I have a really hard time reading people. It's hard. I think everybody has something so nice in them, and it's not true, you know. One time, it's not. One time I was like on a date with this guy, and he told me he was autistic, and I was like, first of all, I know because he hooked up with my friend and she told me. But I was like, everything that you're doing right now, like you're telling me without telling me, you know what I mean? Like the hole in the wall above his bed, you know what I mean? Like you live with your mom, like, you know what I mean? Like, but you're a narcissist too. It was like a beautiful moment for me. I remember we got into a fight. Listen to this. We got into a fight. We're not like in a relationship too. It was so exciting for me. It was like getting in a fight with a man that wasn't like, you know, my father, or like, you know, I don't have any male cousin. It was like really, I was like, I was like, let me out. You know what I mean? I was like, where are the cameras? You better be kidding me. He was like, oh my God, you know what he said to me? He was like, you know, I thought you were really smart or a great actor. I said, what about both? Pull over! You don't know who my dad is! You know what I mean? You can't talk to me like that. Paid for nothing. You're living with your mom, you're talking to me like that. I'm just saying, like, that's a problem. That's a problem. We get into a fight over my ex-best friend. Never ask a girl what happened to a best friend. You know what I mean? What happened? Oh my God, you don't want to know. Well, let me tell you right now. Well, you want to see? Let's get some boba. If you're watching, Maddie, I miss you. No. I almost called it a day. I didn't. We got into a fight over my ex-best friend's near pussy tattoo. And what had happened is of course we got it on Mother's Day because, you know, we were so upset. And I was like, I'm here with you. And she's like, you're going to get one too? And I was like, absolutely not. No. Absolutely not, but I will get a nose piercing. Those are gone. Nobody noticed. Doesn't matter. My dad got a minor procedure, and he woke up and he was like, please take it out. I was like, okay, fine. Fine. That's all it took. Just ask, ask nicely. I know. But the person who was doing the tattoo, he brought over another artist to look at it without asking her first. And I was like sitting in the passenger seat in the car with him. I don't know how it came up. I just said it. I know women. Why do we speak? No, I'm kidding. Did you laugh? Did you think it was funny because you think it's true? No, stop. But I said that. I was like, isn't that so messed up? Isn't that so messed up? Like, why did I say that? And he was like, well, statistically, how many tattoos do you think artists get to do in their lifetime as a tattoo artist on that part of the body specifically? Maybe, now I'm just saying, devil's advocate, maybe this was his first time doing a tattoo of that nature. And I said, I'm going to stop you right there. I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this conversation. I said that. I've never said that in my life. I have never said that in my life. It was like in that moment, I said, and kudos to you for the statistic right now. But I don't want to hear, because I was going to be like, so where's that from? Which acronym, news article? I want to see it right now. Pull over, text and drive. I don't care. End it now. End me now. I get out of the car. He drops me off, right? I leave my phone in the car. And he starts honking. I'm like, what? You're in love with me? What? Can't lose me? Just like, you left your phone. And I laughed harder than I've ever laughed before in my entire life. It was so beautiful. I'll end on this one. I used to have a pet rat named Chester Ravioli. And these are the things that you cannot tell by looking at a person. You know, I just thought I would say that. You know, he passed, but he was a total sweetheart. And my name's Sam. We have podcast rentals here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, open mic. We have a documentary, everything. So stop on by. It's a full house tonight. I love you guys. Okay.
Oh, yes.
And give it up for Suna Kronquist, our director. Okay.
Oh, did I get back here on time? Oh, my God. I got here at 7 o'clock. Because you know what happened? I had a mop, and then I had to clean. He hates when I mop. But I have to mop, and I have to clean this. Because I hate when other people try to clean it because I don't know where their snot rag was. You know what I mean? We won't say names. You look a little spiffy there. What's going on in the afternoon with you, Patty? Where have you been? Yeah. I'm going to tell your wife you're looking good. Mantel. Well, slide, slippery slide. You like the dogs in the back? Did I ever tell you that I was with Mark Safran, the man who clears the room? Yeah, he's the room clearer today. He's Holtzman today. We are in he's driving, and I'm on the passenger side in New York. And there's a police officer on a horse, and I hate when they have horses in Central Park. I turn around and I see the horse's penis. And I'd never seen one in my life. And Mark says to me, "Stop that!" He goes, "Stop it!" He goes, "Cop's looking at you." Because in the cop's head, I think he thinks it's his, the way he was riding. Think about it. All of a sudden, it's like that thing from Hercules, half person, half... All right, you didn't... A centaur, that's it, the centaur. Hercules. All right. I don't know where they're going, but I don't want them to come after me. I'm scared of white people. Like that. Those are the kind of scary. But this is my kind of white that's coming on stage right now. Give it up for my Mocha Java love of comedy, baby. Comedy and basketball, the one and only Anye. Yes. He's always stealing my hairstyles. How young you look. Thank God, it's a facelift. What was the name?
I don't even know. What an introduction. That's something I don't think anyone's ever said about me, that I was their favorite type of white. I've never heard that in my life. That's like the first time, like, ever. It's very rare you hear a sentence you've never heard before when referring to you, but it just happened. It's such a weird feeling. It's like after so many years of life, you think you've heard every sentence you could hear referring to yourself, but I might throw that on my LinkedIn. I'm someone's favorite type of white. Like, what does that even entail? How do you even earn that? That's crazy. All right, I'll be writing random shit down. I don't be having much, but I'm gonna do the stuff that I have, and then we're gonna talk about something and try to figure something out together. It's like a group project. It'll be fun. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like, okay, I don't care about my number of followers, like on any social media. Walk with me. I don't care for real. Like, it's like you want to have followers so you can get brand deals and whatnot, but outside of that, like, it doesn't really matter to me. Cool. Like, I follow a lot of people I know. Like, I don't really care. But, but when somebody like really famous follows me, I feel like I absorb their accomplishments. Like I feel like whatever they did, like, I also deserve credit for it now because they follow me. Like, they're a follower of mine. Like, doesn't that sound so above them? You feel me? Like, and I just feel like, I don't know, I absorb their power. Like Kirby, like, when they follow me, I just absorb I realized this when like, there was a day I was kind of not having the best day mentally. I was like going through it in the morning, and I saw I got a new follower on Twitter, which doesn't happen as often as it used to. It was just random. And it was like, it was somebody with a blue check. So I'm like, I had to have my glasses on. You put my glasses on. Fucking Jose Canseco followed me on Twitter. And I was like, first of all, what tweet got you to follow me? Like, how did we get here? Like, I don't tweet anything about baseball. I literally don't know how he found me, but I wanted to know the tweet that made him follow. Like, I want to ask him, like, yo, what convinced you to, hit the follow button? But like I seen, and he cold because he put his accomplishments in his bio. Like, he's like, in his bio it says, on there it's like Rookie of the Year 1986, Most Valuable Player Award 1988, 6-time All-Star. Like, he got all his shit on there. But then when he followed me, I feel like I absorbed all that. Like, I'm giving people baseball advice. I went to the baseball game. I'm talking like I know shit. I'm like, damn, you know a lot. Like, I don't even know nothing. I couldn't tell you no players except for one, and they just got him. You feel me? Like, I don't know nothing, but I just feel like I absorbed his power. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was walking, talking different. I was watching baseball. I don't even like baseball. I was watching it, though. I was like, I'm a 6-time All-Star. I had to know these things. Why the fuck are headshots so expensive? Can we discuss I understand photographers have to make a living. I respect it. I do believe it's a beautiful art form, and I do think they do deserve to be paid. But not by me all the time. Like, I can't pay the whole... Like, you got me paying the whole rent because I want a photo of myself. Like, you taking a photo of me. Like, I'm the guy you're taking the photo of. It just feels like we should be working together on the pricing. Like, it's just so high. Shorty told me the headshots was $350. I said, do the head come with it? Like, what am I paying for? I'm concerned. Because this is so much. I'm like, why are these photos so expensive? And she be like, one look. One look? I can't even switch it up in outfittery. Can I? That's how the trick is. You wear a jacket and be like, after you be like, oh, it's a little warm. You take the jacket off. 2 looks. I'm sorry, photographers. I'm sorry. Got to get a game out. If we paying $350, got to get to it. All right, and then this is kind of where we go into the group project. How much time do I have? That's perfect. That's like exactly what I need for this because it's gonna be a little longer. So I have a premise, but it's like it's funny. I know it's a good thing at the end of it, but I want to like work on how I'm gonna do like the approach to the joke. You get me? Like you have like your walk up because usually my jokes are like a whole story type thing. So I mean, one angle we can take is just like the standard talking about like I guess I'll just do it. It's like being Nigerian is essentially like being a Nigerian child is a lot of cleaning in life. Like we're just cleaning all the time. It's like when people are coming over, like no matter who's coming over, like your parents are making you clean. Like, oh, somebody's from church is coming, so you got to clean your room. I'm like, are they doing the prayer in my room? Like, why am I cleaning my room? You feel me? You got to clean anytime anybody's coming over. Like, the craziest thing, you even have to clean when the cleaner is coming. Like the cleaner, we got to clean. Like my mom is like, she's knocking on my door early as fuck in the morning. It was like 7 a.m. It's a Saturday though. I'm like, oh, it's like I woke up first. Like, do I have school or something? She's like, get up. Yeah, you have to clean your room. You have to clean your room. I said, I have to clean my room. But like, what are you talking about? Why do I have to clean my room? The cleaner is coming. You need to clean your room. I said, wait. The cleaner is coming. I have to clean my room. It doesn't make sense in my head. I'm like, well, it's the cleaner. So she's the one cleaning, and I have to clean before she comes to clean. And I'm perplexed. I'm confused. She said, get out of my mouth. You need to clean. What is she going to think if she comes to your room and sees it like this? I'm like, she going to think that she got work to do today. Like, she going to think that they going to eat for a while. She going to think that we are going to be a good family to come back to for the next couple of weeks. Clearly, the mess is something that can also be done in the amount of time it will take to come back and clean again. Like, that's what I would think that she would think. So that's one angle that we can take. Which is like that's like my usual. But I don't know. Sometimes I want to get more into a storyteller type of vibe, like lean more into the story side. So I can start with, and this is the other version of the same joke. So it's like, my parents are immigrants. Like, they came over to America, and then had us. Well, they had us before. So I came as an immigrant. I was like 3. And when we first came, my mom, even though she had her nursing certification, she still had to do more nursing school because America, they're always like, our school is the best. It's like, bro, she has the same paperwork, whatever. So it was a cool minute that like she wasn't able to be a nurse, and like that's all she's ever done for real. Like she's a head nurse now, but I mean like she's always been in nursing and healthcare. And so for a minute she was cleaning houses. Like my mom was actually cleaning people's houses, and she said to me one time, she was like, the houses that she likes to clean the most are Nigerian houses of other Nigerian people. And I was like, that's weird. Like, why do you feel like that's the best one? And then we would lean into But when you clean the house for the Nigerian woman, the house is already clean because she doesn't want you to think that she is a dirty woman. I said, wow, that makes so much sense. It's crazy. It's like they really like that. They gonna clean so the cleaner don't think you dirty. But I'm like, you hired a cleaner. Clearly, you knew that you could not be clean. Like that's what she is here for. Like a cleaner in a regular household going to go clean, the cleaner will get to the place and they'll be cleaning. A cleaner comes to clean a Nigerian household, they will do everything but clean. I swear. They will set out food for them, give them breakfast, serve them food, like do everything but clean because they don't want them to think that they're dirty. I'm like, bro, you hired a cleaner. Like she's doing her job. Like it's not like you. That's like you call the police, like, and then you like, nah, everything's all right. Like, why did you call them then? Like, they're here now. Like that you called them. So you call the firefighters, like, nah, we good. Actually, we don't even need. You good? The fire, I can handle it. You don't even got it. Like, you called them. They're here. I don't know. So essentially, that's like the same joke. You feel me? Like, it's really the same joke, just two ways to take the same one. So I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. I feel like one of those ways I definitely enjoyed a little more now that I've performed them out. It's just options, you know. Just work shit out. We have new stuff. We're trying to work on new material, bruh. I don't know. I'm tired of my old stuff. We're still doing it, but not right now. All right. I'm Anye West. It's ONYEWST. Shout out to the kid. Thank you. Appreciate it. What were you going to say?
Well, my mother used to do the same thing.
We're live, Mark.
That's all good.
My mother, right up until the point, like if they cleaned, and there was a party, my mother like, oh my, this page looks like shit. I can't believe it. If everybody over, my mother would just flip out.
You know,
She never thought
it
was
just must be
like shit.
uniform. The person who's evil has to be the person who doesn't clean their house with a cleaning lady.
That's true.
Your grandmother used to yell at you about hanging the sheets up right.
Yeah, because she didn't want the Polacks to see them hung wrong.
Do you have Polish cleaners?
Yes, they're the
Yeah, my
best.
parents had Polish cleaners.
They're the best.
Joe and Anna.
Moja droga Yasha kocha. Listen, guys, this has been a real interesting night at the LA School of Comedy. And maybe next time I'll like get high beforehand because that just didn't happen. I just saw these two little people just walk out of here and stomp their foot, and I hope they come back. I really do. I thought they were cute. And people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you take it from the page to the stage. Follow me at Sundar Live. Please follow all these comedians, and you can follow me at Kosher Soul Food as well. I don't know why I threw that out there, but I'm selling cookbooks. I've got to put that back. Yes, I'm selling my cookbooks. We're not keeping them anymore. All right, guys. And I designed this myself. I just let you know that, and I didn't make it. Good night.